Marnie's here, let's start your day. Fabulously flawed, we're lighting the way. Monday to Friday, new episodes with laughter and love. Let's start the show. We're shaking things up. Don't let anyone dull your sparkle. Motivation, inspiration, and fun. Fabulously flawed, everyone. So shine a little brighter. Grab your smile and sing along. The show's about to start with Marnie, your host. You can't go wrong.
Hey, Fabulously Flawed friends. Welcome to Fabulously Flawed. I am your host, Marni, and happy Thursday. We're almost at the end of the week, and today, I always love to think about this Thursday, things that make you go, So the other day I did an episode, or was it yesterday, about what are you waiting for? Like, now is the moment to do something, and I have been dreading for going on TikTok and doing a live. I don't know why I haven't. So after I record today, I'm going to finally do it because I don't know what I'm waiting for. So I am going to finally practice something that I preach to you guys, and I'll let you know how it goes tomorrow, but I'm going to step out of that comfort zone, go on TikTok, show my amazing products that are on my TikTok shop that I always talk about. But today's episode, I wanted to get into something that we all are guilty of. Our thoughts are not facts. They are not reality. Your thoughts are justified because they're your thoughts, but it doesn't make them real. And having a positive mindset, it's not pretending everything feels good. You're just basically not choosing to let this one bad moment shape your whole spirit, shape your reality. It's just trying to stay grounded and grateful and intentional when life tests you. So many people, myself included, you think we are what we think, and our thoughts shape our reality. Our thoughts are everything. And it is so important to feed those thoughts healthy versions. If it were food, it's going to be thoughts. And I stop myself sometimes if I'm getting overwhelmed, or if I'm starting to think, towards the negative versus the positive. I'm like, Marni, stop. Everything's working out the way it's supposed to. But sometimes we could be in not a great mood. We're depressed, and, we walk around thinking nothing's going to get better. I suck. And that reflects how our emotional state is. But it's not true. It's not about your future doesn't suck. This day is okay. You know what? I'm having a crappy day. Can't wait for it to be over. But tomorrow's another day. So don't allow that one negative thought to start spiraling, because you will get into that dark rabbit hole of spiraling down. And that's back 5 years ago, 10 years ago, but especially 5 years ago this time. I was so depressed. I believed nobody loves me. Not true, but I believed it. I kept thinking it. My family doesn't need me. My entire family, I had nothing to do with me. And I shouldn't have been born. I kept saying these things to myself. And that drove me to severe depression, more than I already had, a point of insanity that I really believed I should not be here, and I was not loved, and I could not move out of my house. I couldn't stop crying. It was one of the most hardest times of my life. But then I flipped the narrative, and I'm here talking. So I can tell you, from you listening to me and me telling you where I was, that positive mindsets work. If sometimes our assumptions about people, like, let's say somebody walks past you and they don't say hello right away, you're like, okay, are they ignoring me? What a bitch. Go fuck yourself. You know what? Maybe they didn't see you. Maybe they were preoccupied. Maybe they didn't even realize anything. So we can't automatically assume the worst. I used to do that. That is my borderline personality right there. If I would have seen somebody at the store and they walked past me like let's say they didn't see me, but I thought they did, fuck you, go fuck yourself. I'm going to block you on social media. Go fuck yourself. And that's how I used to think. But that wasn't true, because I have run into people who was like, who had said, wait, I saw you? So that actually did occur once. And also, a moment does not define the whole friggin' story of our day, our life. If you're doing a presentation, I know when I've done speaking engagements, the first ones I did, I was like, oh my God, I am horrible. I suck. But that did not show anything about my abilities. I don't suck. I was just having a very awkward moment on this speaking. I never did it before. I had no idea what I was doing, and I still fumble sometimes, but it doesn't make me say I suck. It just says, hey, you're learning. And our feelings, they are valid, but they are not proof. You could be anxious, let's say before you go to a job interview, and you're like, oh God, I'm going to mess this up. I always mess this up. Don't say that, because you're tricking yourself. Your mind's going to say, okay, let's mess up. Let's look for things that we can mess up. I'm going to do the best I can. My feelings are valid. Of course, I'm nervous, but that doesn't mean I'm not capable and I'm not able to do this job perfectly like anybody else. And, it's also something's very interesting, the different thoughts of interpretation. Like two people, my daughter and I, can experience the same situation, and Taylor could say, oh my God, this was amazing. And I could say, oh my God, I got to get home. This sucked. Wherever we were. And she was like, oh my God, you didn't have fun at the mall when we went shopping? And I was like, oh my God, I was so overstimulated. I can't do this. I'm just, ugh. And we perceive things differently. I remember saying, I just don't want to go out. People are judging me. Nobody's judging me. Nobody's looking at me. But I used to think that. So where Taylor and I would be very different. She's like, nobody was looking at you, Mom. And I'm like, oh my God, everybody was looking at me. And so that's just another example. And the worst are the self-critical thoughts that are opinions. They are not facts. If we make a mistake, whether it's in a meeting or a meeting, and I'm so incompetent, it's a mistake. You're not incompetent. Don't let yourself now start thinking, I'm incompetent. I can't do anything. I fucked up, and start allowing it to consume your thoughts, your minds. These are just thoughts. They are not facts. And if you think every day, the repetition, nobody likes me, you will really, like I just said, convince your brain, because it sounds familiar, and you will attract things that isn't meant for you. If you think you're fabulous and you deserve to be a queen, you will only attract things that make you feel like a queen. Think about any time in your life where you have thought positively and where you have thought negatively. And again, I want to keep reinforcing, your thoughts are valid, but they're not facts, okay? I lived it for so long. Nobody wants me. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough to do anything. It was just, I lived in this depressed mood, and nothing will get better. And you know what? Nothing did get better, because all I did was give evidence to my brain how miserable I am and how nothing's going to get better. But when you look at it and change that thought process and saying, okay, stop presuming the worst. This is just a bad moment, not a bad day. Think positive, be positive, and it works. Just like me sitting here doing my podcast with you, I could sit here afterwards and go, that fucking sucked. I am so bad. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm so embarrassed, and let it take over. And that is going to put me in a hole going the wrong way. I don't think that. I'm like, okay, I loved this episode. I hope they loved it too. And I write my blogs, right after I do my episode, and it's that therapy that keeps going. And I don't doubt myself anymore. It's the consistency and the actions I take every day doing this. Now I think okay, I love my work. And if somebody else loves listening, great. And if they don't, great. I don't allow it to consume me. I don't allow myself to think I suck. I'm not good at this. Nobody wants to listen to me because I know there's one person that's listening. So if I could do this for one person, well, I'm doing it for me, of course. But the fact that somebody else can benefit from this, it's win-win. But don't think. Once you start thinking something negative, switch it. What if this goes wrong? You know what? What if it goes right? Ugh, I suck. You know what? No, you don't. I am fabulous. I am amazing. I am human. I make mistakes, but that doesn't mean you need to spend the rest of your life feeling you're not worthy of anything because of one moment. Okay? Yay. I hope somebody got that because I get very passionate about that. Because my thoughts ruined me. So I am very intentional on every thought. I stop myself, and it has given me a life of joy. Really, I will not allow myself, and I fight every day to never go into that dark hole again. So by doing this, thank you guys, because you're part of my work in progress and my therapy. And remember to check me out on YouTube, guys. I'm also now on Substack, which I'm learning, and it's super cool. You can go to my TikTok shop, Marni Inspires, for all the affirmations I say. They are on products. And remember, don't let anyone ever burst your bubble. And if you're mad, scream bubble, bubble, and hit something while you're saying bubble, and you're going to end up laughing and not, it's just, it works. I don't know why, but for me, when I'm mad, I have tried and I have said bubble mad, and it did take the sting away at that moment. And remember also to never, ever let anyone dull your sparkle. Have a great day and almost TGIF.
Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Fabulously Flawed. If you're enjoying the show, please feel free to rate, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. That helps others find the show, and we greatly appreciate it. Once again, we're so glad you're here, and we hope you'll come back Monday through Friday for another serving of empowerment, motivation, and inspiration. We'll catch you next time on Fabulously Flawed.